Hi everyone. So I want to share with you a few tips and it involves numbers. So the first tip is going to be the 888 rule. I'm not sure if you heard about it. So we know how there's 24 hours in a day, right? So if we try to segment these 24 hours into three sections, what you will get is 8 hours of approximately for sleep, 8 hours for optimally for work, and another 8 hours ideally for leisure, which is like for play. But a lot of times our sleep gets lesser than 8, our work gets longer, and our leisure is almost non-existent. And I think that a lot of us actually can relate to this. And I'm not saying that it's something that we need to attain 888, because sometimes it might be impossible to really attain that exact balance. But what I would like to share with you is it's good for us to really kind of be aware of how many hours are we actually spending on our work, and the number of hours we're spending for sleeping, and the number of hours we have left for play or leisure, for yourself, for your family, or for your own self-care. So it's good for us to actually put it down on paper and really check ourselves, as in, are we actually depleted of energy? Are we actually overworking? Are we actually not having time for ourselves? Because remember, when your body does not have enough time to rest, and when your mind and your emotions don't have time to unwind and de-stress, what happens is it can affect the psychological balance within us, and you don't really feel like you're leading a holistic lifestyle. So that actually can take a toll on us, because we're not designed to work the whole day and to be on our toes the whole day. So it's good for us to kind of check ourselves and be on track about that, and then you will be able to know how exactly to have more or less kind of a nice balance day. So that's the first one. The second one is called the 5 rule. So the 5 rule is just something that means that when you breathe and do deep abdominal breathing, there is a technique and there is a way of how we can do it in a very nice and effective way to make sure that we maximize getting a good amount of oxygen and a good amount of air that we're actually filling our lungs with. So the first thing that we're going to be doing, we're going to be actually taking a deep breath in together, okay? And when we inhale, we're going to be inhaling for 5 counts. And then we are going to be stopping or pausing and holding that breath. Say, for example, 5 counts if you can. And then we're going to be exhaling for another 5 counts. Can we do this together? Okay, now everyone, make sure you are seated on a nice, comfortable chair, okay? I'm seated on a nice chair. Make sure that your back is leaned back onto the backrest of your chair. Make sure that your hands are in a very comfortable position, and make sure that you are feeling relaxed. Your legs are actually level on the floor as well. Now put your hands on your belly and take a deep breath in for 5 counts. So inhale, 5. Okay, hold. Now slowly exhale, slowly. So now I know that I did my finger counting a little bit faster than an actual seconds needle probably, but try to actually check yourself. If you can actually do your own internal counting, slowly try to count. Inhale for 5 counts, hold for 5 counts, and then exhale slowly. The reason this is so important is because it's going to build up your internal energy, your chi. It's going to really help you get stronger. It's going to help you with energizing all your organs all over your body. If you can practice this at least 10 times, so 10 times, and then you do it for 10, so it means you do like 5, 5, 5, okay? Inhale, hold, exhale, inhale, hold, exhale. If you do this for 10 times in the morning and maybe another 10 times at night, that will be very good for your whole system and will help you to relax as well. Okay, coming to the third one, it's also involving the number 5, okay? So this one is very interesting, and it's called the grounding technique. So it starts off with this. If you're feeling very stressed or panicky, or you're feeling very upset about something, it's good for us to sometimes take a break from that thought and then think about something else. But sometimes people feel that it's very difficult to think about anything but that particular thought which is bothering us. So a good distraction technique, or a good way for us to unwind, pause, and distract ourselves for a moment, and also to help us to calm ourselves down, to be present in the here and now, to be more mindful, is using the grounding technique. And now this is how it goes. 5. So focus on 5 things around you that you can see. So you remember, this is happening, say for example, in the middle of the day, you're feeling very upset about something, or you're feeling concerned about something, and you feel like you can't think anymore. So take a pause and practice this. Focus on 5 things that you can see. I would say my curtain, this picture frame, my laptop, I would say also my couch and the floor. Now 4 things that you can actually feel. Can you think of 4 things? So my handphone, my hair, my paper, and I can also feel my my clothing. So those are 4 things. Now 3 things that you can hear. Okay, I just heard some vehicle outside. You can hear also the sound of the fan. You can hear the sound of the aircon. So those 3 things. Now 2 things that you can smell. Can you smell anything? I can smell my perfume. I can smell even the aircon. You know, air conditioning also has its own smell. Now the last one is 1 thing that you can taste. So I can taste the taste of coffee that I just had just now. So when you do this, by the time you come from 5 to 4 to 3 to 2 to 1, by the time you come to that, you would already be a little bit more settled in your thoughts, in your emotions, and hopefully it will help you kind of reset yourself, to recenter, like the waves recenter, right? You recenter and you come back to your normal self again, and you feel like, okay, I think I can think a bit better right now. So it's a very useful technique, and it's kind of helpful, and I hope you will try it out. So thank you so much, everyone.